in. So here we are. Oh, you know, hit me. But here's this island, like my arm here, and here's our little boat. It's about 90-some feet long. It sits down in the back, and the ocean comes up in it because it's got bomb racks on it. And
I'm listening. I'm going to get my coffee going.
we can push these contact bombs off on these rails or pick them up and bring them on.
What year was this?
68, 69.
Hey, that's the year I was born, 69.
So we're out there cruising around, screwing around, going on a U.S. naval fishing trip, an official naval operation. We'll go fishing. We're fishing 3 times a month. Chief just, where are we going, Chief? He said, oh, it's an official operation. I said, you mean an official fishing trip? He goes, that's right. Hush, hush. So we go out there and we cruise along. I start telling them about San Nicolas and all this stuff. And they go, Chief goes, hey, stop, throw the anchor out, get the boat out, go over there and see if Powers is full of bullshit or not. So they went over there and got on this little beach and pulled the little boat right in on it and got out on these little rocks, just sat there. They caught so much fish they almost sunk the little boat, bringing it back to them. I said, I told you. He goes, my God, Powers. But the Chief didn't like it. He's after those 400-year-old black sea bass that weigh 1,800. I said, Chief, those are Jewfish. They're giant black sea bass. And if you set them up, they're like a great big carp. Their mouths are this big. You can put a man inside them. They're that big. And he would put water on my wheel. I'm going to get him. I said, Chief, let's hook the boom up with the bait next time with the hook, and we'll pull him in with the big boom. We pulled up a couple 1,000 pounds of that boom. Oh no, I catch him on the pole. Never brought a big one up. I mean, right along the edge. They've been there for 300 years, for Christ's sakes. That's their housing, you know. That's Grandpa. You know, he's a big mother trucker. He ate everything around there. But no, I miss those days. I don't like to go out on the commercial rigs. I like to go out with people that are trained and know what they're doing, and that way everybody really gets it right. It's a pleasure. But if you go out on commercial, you got people poking your ass with that, stepping on your feet, hooking you, going back, going, oh, they got a hook on your jaw or something, you know?
Yeah.
You don't want that. You want your private boat. I want a private boat. Depending on how much money you want to spend. But the best boats for running out and catching fish real quick are your 30-footers with two small block Chevys in it. And it sleeps 6 people, got ship to shore, radar, sonar, Omega, everything you can think of. You know, you shoot a satellite, it shows you every inch of the planet you're on. GPS, everything. And you just run out of that thing in the morning, you know, break of sunlight. You run out there, 4 hours, you're back, you're loading the fish. And you had fun.
Yeah.
You know. But with some of the islands, like Santa Barbara, that's farther to go out. It's called Santa Barbara Island. It is not off of Santa Barbara.
Well, you know, if I was on a boat, I'd be stressed out.
Really?
Because I'm out of my element and I'm not adapted to the context. You see? That's why I won't go fishing with Andy. I won't go fishing with Andy because I won't go fishing with anybody because I'll be trapped on a boat, and if I get a spasm or I'm uncomfortable, I don't have somewhere, you know, where I can relax, then I'm having a miserable time.
Depends on what kind of boat it is. A big one.
Well, yeah, it depends on a lot of things, but
the ideal boat to have is something around 200 feet, and you have this 30-footer on it that weighs 10 to 11,000 pounds. And when you get somewhere really cool, you drop anchor on the big guy and you let this little thing off in good water and you run around and catch all the fish in that little boat. And that's how you do it. But if you're like me and you buy a boat, say a Sea Ray, about 1987 or something, 30-footer with a small engine, you can pick them up for about 30,000. And I mean, they got pieces of junk they sell for 40 right now. It's just little boats, a piece of shit. But you pick these up and you run out there out of Port Hueneme and the water's calm. That thing does almost 50 on the ocean. That thing hauls ass with those 2 engines in there. Boom, you're out there into the fish quickly. In 1 hour, I can get you into some really nice fishing. And a lot of the boats can't go there because of their draft. This thing's only got a 3-foot draft. They have 7, 8, 9, 12-foot drafts. And the perch are over here, the rock bass are over there, the sheephead are there, the calico bass are there, The halibut are there. But when you take out a Hueneme, which is below Ventura there, and go up, you're heading up towards Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara Island's really actually over here, straight off of 40 miles up from San Diego. It was way out there. But it's where all the seals are. That's where your 3,000-pound great white sharks are. Take you a couple days. You can bring one up. Oh, yeah. You got to chum the water buddy all up, screw around. Here comes your... Look at the size of that motherfucker. How big is that? Well, it's about 2,200 pounds. And you can bring them up. Some of them put this big thing in the water and they get their teeth stuck on it. They just bring them up out of the water to take pictures of them. Some of them put cages in. I don't like that cage shit, you know, because they get a good run and you don't have a good cage, they ain't break it. They're badass. But you can take a stick and put it right in his gills and he's gone. If you get that shark up in his gills, and he may have a mouth this big, but you get him right here, he's gone because he can't function. Sharks go in certain places and they get these currents underwater and they go there and they get high. And they migrate all over the world during there. They get in there and go, yeah, oh yeah, that's good. Oh yeah. It makes them, you know, it's like dope. There's certain currents underwater and it runs through them. Look it up. They do it. Anyhow, you got to really know your shit. And if you don't, you're going to...
Well, that's the whole point of feeling comfortable. If I understand, you know, what is necessary while I'm on a boat, then I can relax and move more freely. You see? And that's the whole point to my back, is that the tension builds when I don't know where to put my energy. It's just relaxation. Just learning how to relax in a new context and you know, feeling comfortable in it. But you know, if I'm on a boat that doesn't have the right kind of, you know, seat, or if it's moving around a lot, you know, and I have to always engage my stabilizer muscles, you know, and I'm not used to it, you know, it can wear me out really quick.
Yeah.
And you know, I know the key is to have fun. Just have fun. I know that's the key. And if I'm around people that, you know, I feel confident, understand, you know, seafaring, then...
Well, your little 30-footers...
I can relax more.
30-footers will hold 5-6 people on. It'll sleep 6, it's got a shower on it, and it's got a galley, television, all that. And those are running with little gasoline engines that are like 350 Chevys.
I watched this California Gold the other day, and Hugh Hauser was up on those windmills that are over there by Benicia.
Scary.
And he's up on top.
They're huge.
And they automatically move into the wind. So it wasn't moving, and then it started moving like that, and he got vertigo. He couldn't remember the term for it, but he got vertigo. Vertigo is where things are moving and your equilibrium is, you can fall over, get sick, and
yeah,
it's the same thing as seasickness.
Yeah.
You know, very similar to the same.
Yeah.
You know, and I haven't been on, you know, a boat for a long period of time. I usually have a fine stomach, you know, so I don't think I would have a problem with it. But well, that, you never know until you're on a boat. You never know.
Well, the thing is, there's 6 islands off of Ventura and Carpinteria. There's 6 islands right there. There's 9 islands off the state of California. And most Californians don't know that. They don't know anything about them, because you go out there and you don't know what you're doing, and get way out there, and the winds get up 100 miles an hour out there or more. I've been at 142 miles an hour. I've been 126 standing up. And one of my buddies said, wait a minute, I got to get something. I said, don't look up. Ooh, and he blew all the way back. And we had to go backwards on our hands and knees, scoot backwards. He had to come on his hands and knees. And then we all got together, 5 of us, and we were all bent over like this, out this high off the ground, going through this 126 mile an hour wind. 500 feet, we're on the runway in San Nicolas. 500 feet above the ocean, the runway is, and the whitecaps were up on the ocean. I mean, up on the runway. Big, giant whitecaps. Salt water all over you. And the birds, they weren't flying that day. If they were and spread their wings up, they'd be in LA in about, in a minute. I'm going ballistic. One more pull wings up. Woo! Los Angeles is that way. You think I'm kidding? No. But the thing is, if you go out in the summer and the water's really calm, it'll be like glass in the morning. I mean, just as still as that floor. You want to get out then, and you can run out there real quick because you're going to be cruising at 30 miles an hour. You've been hauling ass. And you get out there and slow down at one of those islands, Santa Maria, Santa Cruz, past Anacapa, which is the first one. That's 10 miles out. Then, if you're uncomfortable, you just turn it around and go up to one of them beaches, pull your engines up, and just give it a little juice, pull it right up on shore, run your lines out, and tie it off, and you can sit there